First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
And hello, everyone. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now. This is our digital news desk here from the Fox 12 Oregon headquarters. As you can see, the news is going on all around me. But right now, we get to talk about a lot of different things on this show. And I bring that up because we do have a variety of content that we get to cover here with the digital news desk and Fox 12 Now. And one thing we're going to be talking about is what's happening this Saturday, and that is the Wheels for the World 11th annual kickoff. This is a bicycling event that goes across the country. This is Portland to Portland we're talking about, and it's all about raising money and helping people with hemophilia. A lot to cover in this, and joining us right now, I have Chris Bombardier from Save One Life, who is putting on this event. And Chris, really appreciate you being here with us to talk about this. And I think to start off, let's go to the beginning of this. What was the impetus of this? What was the origination, the origin story, if you will?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, first of all, Greg. It's great to be here. So Wheels for the World really started, about 11 years ago with a gentleman named Barry Hardy who had hemophilia, also HIV and hepatitis C. And he was trying to find something to do to give back to the community. And he set this crazy goal of riding his bicycle across the country. And he wanted to do it to help support people with the same condition he had, that were living in developing countries and didn't have access to the same care and treatment. So he reached out to Save One Life and ended up riding across the country 6 times, which is just insane and amazing. And he unfortunately passed away in 2018, and we wanted to continue his legacy and his memory. So we started doing community rides around the country, and then we were lucky enough this year to have somebody volunteer. His name is Doug Mildrum. To continue the legacy of riding his bike across the country, and starts it in Portland, Oregon this year.
I mean, it's crazy to think about that. I mean, I ride my bike, but riding across the country, that's just wild to me. And that on top of that, honestly, having hemophilia and the other things that he had, that's incredibly brave, I'll say,
yes.
to do that. Well, let's talk about Save One Life, as well, and we'll get here because I really want to go into Wheels for the World. But Save One Life, your organization there, tell us about that, and let's go into the specifics of what it is that you're trying to help.
Yeah, so Save One Life was founded in 2001, and our mission really is to help individual people with that have hemophilia or other rare bleeding disorders get better access to care, better access to education, treatment, and things that will help improve their lives. It really started as a small child sponsorship program, and now it has grown into still a small program, but we support 1,300 people in 14 different developing countries. We also support educational scholarships to go to college for these students, and then also grants for people to start small businesses. So just a lot of variety of ways to help, improve their lives in these countries, which is pretty exciting.
For anybody who doesn't know, or maybe might be confused, can you give a definition of hemophilia?
Yeah, so hemophilia is a genetic bleeding disorder. So essentially, you're missing a protein in your blood that helps it clot. Without this protein, you'll get a lot of bleeding, specifically into joints and internal bleeding. And that can lead, after repeated bleeding into joints, it leads to really debilitating joint deformities. And then left untreated, it can lead to early death. So in the countries we work in, about 50% of patients die before the age of 10 without access to treatment. So it's pretty, difficult in those places. But fortunately here in the U.S., we have much better treatment. Obviously Barry was able to ride across the country 6 times. And, people like me, who I also have hemophilia, are really able to still stay active and move their bodies, even though there is still some fear and anxiety about that. That's also part of the Wheels for the World event, is helping to encourage this community to get out and move and take care of their bodies, which is important.
What are some of the concerns, for you, just for out riding your bike like that? Because that could be strenuous, like I said, for anybody, but having that, I'm sure there's extra things that you have to be concerned with.
Absolutely, yeah. So I have to always make sure I take my medicine before I do some physical activities, which involves an intravenous infusion that I have been, taught how to do myself. Obviously, wearing helmets and just being mindful of what's going on around you is always important. So that's what we're always trying to encourage, young people with hemophilia to do is, find ways to be active, but you have to be smart about it as well.
That's great. So be cognizant, but still get out there and,
Yeah,
be active and do everything else.
exactly.
So let's go to Wheels for the World. And, you gave us a little bit of a description there, but let's get a little more in depth. Like how have you seen this grow since you started it?
Yeah.
Or since it was started?
Yeah. So after Barry's first ride, people were just amazed by what he did. But obviously since his passing, the event has changed a lot, and it's been really amazing to see the growth of this ride throughout the country. So we have 12 rides in 12 different states this year, which is really amazing. And then this year is our first kickoff to a cross country ride, which is supported by our partner Sanofi. And it's, bringing the community together, the Pacific Northwest Bleeding Disorder organization. We're bringing them all together to really cheer on Doug and what he's getting on to and what he's going to be doing this year. So.
And I've got just a little bit of the information there. Of course, people
Perfect.
can go and check that out. But yeah. So this is the West Coast kickoff. So 12 different states. Is that what you said that you're going to have different events in? That's amazing.
Yeah. We had our first one in Rhode Island 2 weekends ago. This is the first one. And then along Doug's route across the country, every time he has a rest day, we're having a community event. And then a few other states have joined in, which is exciting to see the whole community getting behind this event. It's exciting.
So how long is that going to take to ride across the country?
I think it's taken him 45 days, which is crazy. He's doing 100-mile day after 100-mile day, which I can't even imagine.
No.
It sounds pretty terrible to me, but I'm very excited that he's doing it for us and for supporting the community, which is great.
That's incredible. Yeah, 100 miles a day. 45 days seems way too short to do that.
I agree. It doesn't really calculate in my head, but somehow it works.
So for this event that's coming up, here on Saturday for the West Coast kickoff of this, what can people expect when they come out there? And it's at Oaks Park, right?
Yeah, it's at Oaks Park. Kicks off at 9:30. We're having a little kickoff ceremony, talking about Doug's ride, and then Doug will be there to ride with everybody, answer questions about what he's getting up to, and then we'll have a really nice lunch afterwards where everybody can hang out, have some food, get to know each other. There's a video of our ride in Rhode Island kicking it off. So
nice
there, which was fun. So we hope to have lots of people out there to celebrate this amazing achievement for Doug. And there's Doug right there.
Yeah, there he is. We've got a bunch of videos of him training and riding all over the place.
He's been doing a lot of crazy rides right now, which is I think he's done with training now, but he's ready to get out there.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, there he is in Seaside, it looks like, or maybe not. Regardless, I'll stop trying to guess where he was. So what's the longest that you've ever ridden on a bike ride?
I think the longest I've ridden is 30 miles. I'm not a big cyclist, but I definitely will support others cycling. I think 30 miles is the most I've done. I think the ride on Saturday, people can ride between 20 and 30 miles if they want, or shorter. It's a variable distance on the trail. So kind of whatever people are feeling and want to do. It's more, a lot about just celebrating this amazing achievement too. So
just coming out and supporting and being there and being present.
Absolutely. Yeah. And learning a little bit about hemophilia and the bleeding disorder community and Safe One Life would be amazing.
Yeah. What would you say is the number one thing you would want people to know about, about how they can help out for people with hemophilia?
Yeah. Obviously there's local hemophilia organizations. The one in Oregon is called Pacific Northwest Bleeding Disorder Association. And then for us, Save One Life, people can look at our website and, support Doug's adventure and donate to his ride. But they can also look at sponsoring a child. Those funds go directly to the kids to help them get that better access to care. And it has a really profound effect. I've been really lucky to travel to many of these countries and go to the homes of some of these families. And, all of the families we support live on less than $300 a month. Many of them are much, much lower than that. And so this extra funding really helps improve their access to care and treatment. And it's so critical. So if people want to go on our website, saveonelife.net, and check that out, that would be really amazing.
I mean, that's fantastic to help them out, and that's got to feel pretty rewarding for you too to be able to do that and give back like that.
Yeah, for me personally, having the same condition, it feels very rewarding, and it feels like it's my community, and we should be giving back and helping support them, and making sure that they're getting better access to care, like I've been really fortunate to have my whole life. So it's a long journey, but we're making progress, which is important, and we just keep going until we hopefully get everybody to that same standard of care.
Well, real quick again, just for anybody who wants to show up to Wheels for the World here on Saturday at Oaks Park, what time should they show up? What can they expect?
Yeah, if they want to show up around 9, that would be amazing. We'll kind of gather everybody, do a little, kickoff speech at 9:30, go for the ride, hopefully be on the trail for a couple hours, come back to the pavilion there, and have a really nice lunch and a little, kind of kickoff reward excitement built for Doug before he actually sets out on this cross country ride. So yeah, we'd love to have people come out. They can register on our website, saveonelife.net. If you go under our fundraisers tab, it's called Wheels for the World. You can find the ride there. But yeah, we'd love for people to register and come on out.
Is it all going to be on the spring water?
Yes, I believe so. It's all in the spring water.
Nice, which is a great ride for anybody that hasn't done that. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Excellent.
Well, great. Well, Chris, anything else that you want people to know about? Anything final, just for anybody out there who just wants to know more about your organization or Wheels for the World or anything like that?
Nothing specific except that, we're really excited and want to, build the awareness of bleeding disorders out there. Oftentimes they're underdiagnosed in our own communities. So there's lots of bleeding disorders out there, and, building that knowledge and awareness about it will hopefully build better diagnosis and getting people that treatment that they deserve. So yeah, come on out, learn a little about what we do and what it looks like around the world. And it'll be fun for sure. So I'm excited about it.
Well, congratulations. Exciting to see this, the West Coast kickoff and then all the other states that are being involved as well. Portland to Portland, that is impressive. So good luck, Doug. I'm sure he can do it. I don't think I'd make it, but
I wouldn't either.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for being here on Fox 12 Now. Really appreciate your time and everything that you're doing.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it.
You bet. And for everybody tuning in too, thanks for being a part of this show. We get to find out about all these different organizations and things like this and great events like Wheels for the World. And coming up here at 2 p.m., we're going to be talking to the COO of Hood to Coast. The Hood to Coast Relay is coming up here in a week and a half or so, so we're going to be talking to them about that. And as usual, we've got lots of videos for you to check out, lots of interviews, lots of things that we cover on this show. You can find it at the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel. We also broadcast on our apps on Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple TV. We're on Samsung TV. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on our website. So there's a lot of ways to find us. So wherever you're at, you'll be able to tune into the show. We're live every weekday at 1 p.m. And then throughout the rest of the afternoon, we'll have different things. If there's breaking news, come here. So I always just like to fill people in. If this is your first time watching, there's a lot of stuff that we do here with this digital news desk, and appreciate you joining us. So I'm going to sign off just for right now. We will be back at 2, so set your timer, and I will talk to you then. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.